Imagine walking into your own business, undercover, only to hear something that completely stops you in your tracks. That's exactly what happened to Mark Evans, the CEO of Evans Mart. What he discovered that day changed everything, not just for his company, but for one incredible employee. Stick around, because this is a story that will restore your faith in humanity. Mark Evans wasn't your typical CEO. At 45, he had built Evans Mart from the ground up, turning a small neighborhood shop into a thriving chain of convenience stores. But as the business grew, he felt more and more disconnected from what really mattered: the people working behind the counters and the customers they served. Reports and spreadsheets could only tell him so much. He wanted to know: did his employees feel valued? Was his vision of excellent customer service actually being upheld? There was only one way to find out, so Mark came up with a bold plan. He would go undercover as a regular employee at one of his stores. No one would know who he really was. Dressing down in worn-out jeans, a hoodie, and a scruffy beard, Mark transformed himself into Mike, a temporary worker sent from headquarters to help out. He chose one of his busiest stores, one that had always performed well, but he wanted to see why firsthand. As he walked in early one morning, he saw a store already buzzing with life: customers browsing, employees stocking shelves, and the faint sound of casual conversations filling the air. He introduced himself to Joe, the store manager, and quickly got to work stacking shelves near the register. His plan? Observe, interact, and, most importantly, listen. It wasn't long before Mark noticed the cashier, a young man named Ryan, who couldn't have been older than 22. Ryan had a natural warmth about him, greeting every customer with a smile, asking about their families, and making everyone feel like they belonged. Then, something happened that made Mark stop in his tracks. An elderly man in a worn-out jacket stepped up to the counter with a small loaf of bread and a carton of milk. As Ryan rang up the items, he glanced at the man and said softly, "Mr. Thompson, don't worry about the total today. It's on me." The old man hesitated. "Ryan, I can't let you keep doing this. You'll get in trouble." Ryan just smiled. "It's fine. I've got this." Mark watched as the man thanked Ryan quietly and left. His mind was racing. Why would a cashier, someone earning just above minimum wage, pay out of pocket for a customer? He decided to keep watching. As the day went on, Mark saw Ryan quietly helping other customers too, covering small bills, slipping a few extra items into bags for struggling families, or rounding down totals so people could afford what they needed. At the end of the shift, Mark couldn't hold back his curiosity any longer. In the break room, he struck up a conversation. "Hey, Ryan," he started, still pretending to be Mike. "I saw what you did today. Why do you help people like that?" Ryan hesitated for a moment before answering. "Some of the people who come in here are really struggling. Mr. Thompson lost his wife and can barely make ends meet. There's a single dad who comes in with his kids. He's doing his best, but sometimes it's not enough. If I can help, even just a little, it's worth it." Mark felt a lump in his throat. This young man, who had every reason to focus on his own struggles, was making life easier for those around him. But it wasn't until the next day that Mark learned the full story. While working undercover, Mark struck up conversations with other employees, and one of them, a stockroom worker named Bill, shared something that hit him hard. "Ryan's had it tough," Bill said. "Lost his dad when he was a teenager. He's been working ever since to support his younger brother. Kid barely takes a day off, even when he's sick. And still, he's always looking out for everyone else. But I don't think anyone's looking out for him." Mark was speechless. Ryan wasn't just a good employee, he was a hero in his own right. On the third day, Mark decided it was time to reveal his identity. After the store closed, he gathered the entire team for a meeting. Taking a deep breath, he stepped forward and removed his hoodie and cap. "Hi, everyone," he began. "I'm Mark Evans, the CEO of Evans Mart." The room fell silent. Ryan's eyes widened in shock. "I've been working here undercover for the past few days," Mark continued. "I wanted to see firsthand what's happening in my stores, and what I found was truly inspiring." He turned to Ryan. "Ryan, your kindness and generosity haven't gone unnoticed. You go above and beyond for our customers, even when you don't have to. I've seen how much you care, and I want you to know it matters." Then, Mark made an announcement that no one saw coming. "Starting today, I'm promoting you to a management position." With a significant raise, Ryan's mouth fell open. The employees started clapping, but Mark wasn't done yet. "I also want to take care of the person who's been taking care of others. I'll be covering your brother's education, and I'm setting up a fund to support employees who go out of their way to make a difference, just like you have." Ryan was overwhelmed. I don't know what to say. I never did this to get anything in return." Mark smiled. "That's exactly why you deserve it." From that day forward, the store became a model for all Evans Mart locations. Employees felt valued, customers felt more connected, and Mark made it a priority to visit his stores regularly. Not as a CEO looking at numbers, but as a leader who truly understood his people. Because sometimes, all it takes is one undercover visit to change everything. If this story moved you, don't forget to hit that like button and share it with someone who could use a little inspiration today. And if you haven't already, subscribe for more incredible real-life stories that will warm your heart. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.